owner. He couldn't afford to fix it, so he took it back to the dealership and turned it in and got $900 for it. And that dealership sent it to the auction, and that's where I bought it. And after a year since he last saw the video of us putting this bike back together, I reached out to him and I said, hey, I got some merchandise I want to give you. Can I get your address? And he responded by saying he's closer to us than he used to be, and he just wants to stop by at the shop. Let's go see if Craig can get past the last and potentially greatest anti-theft device, and then we'll go meet the old owner. I got a little surprise for him. Ooh. Our thief rolls up and sees the target, and then he pulls out the big gun. He goes right to the portable bandsaw.
It's not liking it. Didn't even do anything. Barely scratched it.
Not having any luck with the bandsaw, he goes back to the faithful battery-powered angle grinder, and in less than 5 minutes, he's gone with my bike.
For the wheelie clamp. So basically you're gonna use something like this at your house or at your friend's house. You're not gonna really carry it around with you to use whenever you park at the ice cream shop when you're out for a ride. And it was really easy to get through with an angle grinder. So I would not recommend this style of lock. I think we've shown there's better options for you. This one here, don't spend your money on it. Don't waste your time with it. It's not gonna keep your bike safe.
Okay, hold on a second. Just to fill you guys in, during this entire process, no one stopped us, no one questioned Craig, no one called the cops. We had a lot of people, hundreds of people drive cars back, past us. No one said anything. We got a few goofy looks. Is that surprising to anyone? In broad daylight in the middle of the day, we were stealing this bike 4 times and no one did anything. I kind of lost faith in humanity. But our boy Jake is gonna be here in a little bit, and I can't wait to show him the bike, and we have a little surprise for him. You're gonna like this. What's up, Jake?
What's going on, man?
Well, hey, man, I wanted to give you some stuff.
My man.
We got a large shirt, surf shirt, got some tie-down straps. You said you got a new bike, right?
Yeah, it's a 750.
I got the sticker. We got patches somewhere, and then we got the M1 Moto, the detailing kit. So it's got the spray and the microfiber and stuff like that.
Oh, my man. Thanks, brother.
We got bad news about your bike, though.
What happened to it?
We let some guy test drive it like 2 months ago.
Uh-huh.
He totaled it.
You're kidding.
No, I'll show it to you. It's crazy.
That bike's been through a lot.
We're trying to put it back together now. I got a different color wheel. It was just destroyed, man. It was awful. So I'm trying to re-put it back together, and this is what we got so far.
Oh my gosh, you really redid it.
Yeah. Dude, how many times is that bike gonna get wrecked? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, the dude who stole it from me, he ran it into a cop car. So
that's so crazy. So what was it like when the cops called you and said, like, hey?
So originally, when I walked out to work, it was terrible. Like, it was the worst thing of my life. Like, I walked out just going to work, and the bike was gone.
Right.
And so I called Anne Arundel County Police, and they were like, yeah, unfortunately this happens. A lot of people come down from Baltimore and steal it, and then they'll chop it up. They're like, you'll probably never see that bike again. A month goes by, they call me, they're like, hey, we found your bike. I was like, they're like, yeah, we have it at the scrapyard.
You're thinking it's all nice, right?
No, they were like, we have keys. And I was like, how do they have keys with it if I have the keys at home? So
right.
The dude, I guess, punched it out and took it. But yeah, when I got it, it was terrible. I mean, there she was. And then one day I was at work. I was like, that's my bike, and that's the guy right there who stole it.
That's the guy who stole it?
Yeah, that on the left.
How'd you find him? How do you have that picture?
Because on the report they had his name, so I just looked him on Facebook.
Oh shoot!
The crazy thing about it is, this guy, his old profile picture, he posted my stolen bike on his phone.
No.
Yeah.
What happened when you took him to court?
He's paying me back over time.
Okay.
He's supposed to pay me back in a year. It's been almost 3 years now.
Oh, dang.
So it's taken a while.
Actually, I'm messing with you, man. That's not your bike.
You're kidding.
Nah, I got it.
Oh my God.
This is your old bike. This is also your new bike. We're giving it back to you.
You're kidding.
Nah, man. It's all yours.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. Now you got 2 bikes.
Are you
serious? Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
This is your second bike now, man. You're getting your old bike back. After 3 years, right?
Yeah.
We got new tires on it. It runs solid. It's not perfect. The body had like a little crack right here. You know what I mean? But still, it looks pretty good. I thought it looked pretty good. Yeah.
Oh my god.
My heart's racing right now.
Look at this thing.
It runs good, man.
My heart's racing. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Dude.
So my dad used to ride before he had me, so I mean now me and him can go rides too.
Oh, it's cool. Let's fire it up.
Can I sit on her?
Hop on her, man.
Oh man. I'll tell you what though, I do like the position on this more than my 2011. The 11's like you're like sitting up like this. Oh really? Yeah, this one's a lot better.
You have a safer spot you can store it?
Oh yeah, I got a garage now. So
oh,
yeah,
cool.
So what happened, it was my first time moving out of my parents' house. I was in an apartment, and the one night I didn't cover it. I go outside and gone. So yeah, no, I got a garage now.
I was actually worried that you suspected we were going to give the bike back to you.
No, you have my neck over there. Yeah. I was just coming for some, man, I was just getting some t-shirts, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Hi and welcome back to another video, and today we will talk again about the RTX 4060 Ti, because that was definitely a tough and hard topic of the last week. Not only for the reviewers, I mean look at what Jay did with his video, he even took it down because he thought it was not enough what he delivered for his community, and then I mean for the community itself, looking at what you are getting by NVIDIA, and then NVIDIA, I mean obviously they definitely also didn't have an easy week launching this product, seeing all the reviews. I was generally fine with my review, but you also let me know some things in the comments which I missed. And I want to clean up some of the parts, because there are things, especially when it comes to the PCIe lanes, and I was honestly surprised that no other reviewer was talking about that this card has only 8 PCI Express lanes. And there was something I missed. I definitely want to cover again in today's video. It's not going to be so much about 8 GB of memory, because I think that got enough coverage, but power and PCI Express lanes, it's going to be also a problem. I mean, I pointed out in the previous video that this card is only running with 8 lanes PCIe 4.0, and I did some coverage about it, but not too much. I just showed that it's not held back by this if you use a PCIe 4.0 system. So if it would run with 16 lanes, it would not be faster than what you have on the table right now. But I actually missed the entire PCIe 3.0 systems, and that's what we're going to cover. And I also didn't have a 3060 Ti. And I read a lot of comments about this. Why did I not include a 3060 Ti? The reason is pretty simple. I didn't have one. And I'm not going to buy a lot of cards or any cards usually for just a graphics card review, because that would be considered financial mistake, because then you spend more on the review than what you're actually earning, which would not make a lot of sense, especially on the long term. But for this video, I bought a 3060 Ti because it's going to be quite interesting and important for the comparison. And especially because I treat the 4060 Ti, because I mean, NVIDIA is treating this as a mid-range card. You can argue about that, especially with the price point, but NVIDIA treats this as a mid-range card. So it could be a successor or an upgrade option for you if you are currently running maybe a GTX 1060 or maybe a GTX 970 or like an RTX 2060. The problem though could be that you are running an older maybe AM4 system with an older AMD CPU with B450 chipset, or for example this one, which is an Intel platform. It's actually not that old, but this could be a 10900K. In reality, it's a 10850K, which is almost the same CPU. It's also a 10-core Intel CPU. Still quite recent and still quite powerful, and definitely enough to power like a 4080 or something like that. But the problem is that it's only running with PCIe 3.0. And going back to that, this card only has 8 lanes. It will be limited because it's the same as running PCIe 4.0 with only 4 lanes. And yeah, that's going to be interesting. So we will just jump into some benchmarks. As usual, we're starting with the synthetic test 3D Mark times by Extreme GG1. And usually you're losing a lot less performance here, and the 4060 Ti is still about 6% faster than the 3060 Ti. The 3D Mark bench also has a PCIe bandwidth test, which is quite interesting to check at which bandwidth and also PCIe speed